Good morning, my name is Kent Rathbun and I'm here in my home kitchen and I have something cool to tell you about. I'm a partner with my wife and Lene Faring in Lover Seafood Market, and we're going to start a new program next week. This is going to be called Meal Kits to Go, and what we're going to do is each week we're going to choose a dish. We're going to do all the heavy lifting, we're going to do all the prep. We're going to cut the vegetables, we're going to cut the pieces of meat or fish, we're going to do a little bit of sauce work for you, and all you got to do is come home and cook it. And here's the cool part, we're going to send a little video just like this to kind of teach you about how to do it. So this is the first one. This is going to be a piece of seared salmon with some Brussels sprouts that I've already got cooking. So just let me kind of give you a little idea of where we're at here. I started the potatoes. These are some roasted potatoes. I started these in a little bit of grapeseed oil a few minutes ago, maybe 5 minutes ago. These were raw. Now they're starting to brown. They've been in here for 5 minutes or so. Salt and pepper. Just let them roast real slow until they get tender enough to eat, and that's all you got to do. They're delicious. The Brussels sprouts, same thing. I started off in a wok with a little bit of sesame oil. You could use canola oil. You could use grapeseed oil if you like, peanut oil if you like. And we're just going to saute these until we get a nice little color on them, which is still kind of a couple of minutes away. But here's the big thing. We're going to cook a piece of salmon. And this is a really beautiful piece of the Bay of Fundy salmon. It's a nice block. It's about 5-6 ounces here. This is the pretty side of the salmon. This is important. If you can see where this is kind of white on the bottom, this comes from against the skin. This is actually a very nice piece of salmon, but some salmon on the skin, they have a little different color here, so you always want to start with the pretty side first, okay? So we're going to season this just with salt. I've already got my pan preheated, and we're going to use just a little bit of grapeseed oil. And a lot of people that kind of make a mistake sometimes, and they saute fish or meats at high heat with olive oil, which is never a good idea because olive oil is kind of a low temperature cooking oil. Doesn't work well at high temperatures, and to get this nice sear on this salmon, we want to cook it at a high temp. So check it out. We've already got the pan smoking a little bit, okay? We're going to put just a little bit of oil in the middle of the pan right here, okay? We don't need a whole lot. Check it out. And then we're going to lay the fish pretty side down right in the oil, and it's already sizzling. That's what we want to see, okay? Now, while that's happening, I want to tell you that we also have the oven is on at 450 degrees behind me. This is a fully oven-safe pan, okay? No problem. What we're going to do is we're going to flip this and we're going to finish it in the oven, okay? So it kind of takes a little bit of the guesswork about how to saute and all that out of it. All right. Meanwhile, I want to kind of toss our potatoes a little bit. They're starting to look pretty good, okay? Our Brussels sprouts are looking good, nice color. And what I want to show you is I have a cool little glaze here for the Brussels sprouts that we're going to put on the Brussels sprouts right at the last minute. All we're going to do is let this kind of cook, and we're going to let this kind of come around the Brussels sprouts and kind of cook down around it and thicken, and that's going to give us a nice little glaze. So we have our potatoes that are almost done. The salmon's nice and crispy on one side. We're getting ready to turn it. The Brussels sprouts are done. We haven't added the glaze. And then we have one more thing here. We're going to send you out for this dish a little bit of cilantro pesto, okay? And this is a pesto made with cilantro instead of basil. It's got lime and lemon, and it's just so delicious. Got a little cilantro in there. So check it out. Let's take a look at our fish. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. So we got that nice crispy edge, okay? Now, I'm going to put this in the oven. We're going to go over here, 450 degrees. It's already preheated, okay? So now while that's happening, we're going to finish up our Brussels sprouts. We're going to bring those over here a little closer and check it out. We have we got a nice little color on here. We're starting to develop a little bit of the caramelization in the bottom of the pan, okay? By the way, these were not blanched. They were raw, just cut and quartered, and we're going to do that work for you. Now we have our stir-fry glaze here, which is a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of shallot, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger, and we're just going to let this cook down around the Brussels sprouts, okay, just like that. Now, I also have just a little bit of clarified butter here, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. and add some butter to these Brussels sprouts. I gotta tell you, they're gonna be tasty, tasty, okay? Now don't forget, we got a salmon in here. But you know, we wanna make sure that the salmon is medium rare. And so we don't wanna overcook it at all right? So check this out. We're gonna get our plate up here, ready to go. You can get all cleaned up. All right, so now our Brussels sprouts are cooking away, looking good. Our potatoes are looking good. I think they're pretty close to being ready. All right, so let me get a spoon here. And what we're going to do, I have a perforated spoon, and so we have just a little bit of soy sauce left in the bottom, and that's okay. We're just going to kind of let that drain away. So we got a nice spoonful of Brussels sprouts here. And you know, we're gonna set these up for 2 people, and so you can have a nice date night, cook together, and end up with a really nice meal. And we end up doing all the prep. So we're gonna put a nice little bed of Brussels sprouts here. All right. Then we're gonna have just a few roasted potatoes, and we're gonna put the potatoes kind of in here just around. Just kind of lay those around the plate a little bit. These are beautiful. These are red potatoes. Really nice. Just remember, just roasted in a little bit of grapeseed oil, salt and pepper, just like that. Let's go check on our fish. It's been maybe 5 minutes. Oh yeah, this is looking good. So check it out. Nice and crispy. Nice and crispy on both sides. Okay. And I want to show you this edge right here. Can you see that edge right there where it's still a little bit medium rare in the middle? That's exactly what we're looking for. We want it to be medium to medium rare. In fact, this might just sit here for just a couple more seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our pesto and we're going to kind of decorate the plate just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit around the plate like this. Just like that. And then we're going to finish this up with the salmon on the top. Look at how beautiful this looks. Just like that. And I got to tell you, you can do that. I just did that with the same things that we're going to send you in less than 10 minutes. And look at that beautiful plate. Check it out at Lovers Seafood Market. And if you want to text Lovers to 888-111, you'll be able to be in the know because we'll send you a text with every week's dish, and you'll know what's coming up with everything we're doing at Lovers. Come and check it out. Meals to go once a week. You can do it. Have a good time.